Hey everybody, it's Norm. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Garage Door. Today, Will and I headed back to Lakeland to meet up with a guy named Fred who has a really cool garage and a really nice muscle car behind that garage door. All right, so we've made it out to Lakeland and made it to Fred's house. Fred, first of all, nice garage. Look at the size of this thing. Will and I were driving around the corner. We're like, whoa, look at that place. And Will's like, I think that's their house. And I'm like, awesome. This is going to be a great episode for sure. So who was it that contacted us to come out and shoot this?
My sister-in-law.
Your sister-in-law, Rhonda, right?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you, Rhonda, for doing that for us. We really appreciate it. And I wasn't expecting, every time we come out to one of these, I don't know exactly what to expect. But what are we going to find in this gigantic garage?
My 67 Camaro.
67
My
Camaro.
baby.
Your baby. And so without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and see the 67 Camaro behind Fred's garage door. Fred, fantastic. 67 Camaro. I need to know the whole story behind this car. How long have you owned it?
We've had it since 2003.
Okay.
And
it's coming up on 20 years.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, had one in high school,
Okay.
the RS model.
Okay.
And
A 67 also?
yes.
All right.
And Wanda said, you've got to get another one. So. in
Wanda being your
2000
wife?
Yes.
So when your wife says, you need to go buy a 67 Camaro, what do?
Go get a 67 Camaro.
Absolutely right. No, that's good man, good wife. So where did you find it?
PJ's in St. Petersburg.
Oh, okay. I'm very familiar with PJ's.
Yeah.
So they just had it online, you saw it, you went out and looked at it?
Actually, on our anniversary.
Even better.
What an anniversary gift.
No doubt about that. Happy anniversary. Here's a 67 Camaro. So you found it, and what struck you immediately about it? And did you have to do anything to it, or is this pretty much the way you found it?
Oh, it's for sale red,
Never go wrong with red. No doubt about that.
And my favorite color, actually.
Was there one that you had in high school, red also? Or?
The yellow.
Okay. Butternut yellow.
Right.
Okay. All right, fantastic. So what have you had to do to it, if anything, or have you just kind of kept it the way it was and enjoy it?
In 2007, we went through the engine.
Okay.
And it was just old. And actually, the one and only time I can remember wanting to burn my dinner, because she's a technician's wife, and I've always talked about cranks and heads and different things of the engine, and she was out there watching saying, okay, what's that? What's that? What's that? And then she suddenly said, oh my God, our meatloaf. So she went in and said, yeah, ketchup's not even going to help it tonight, honey. No.
Can't even save it with ketchup.
We went through the entire engine, the entire rear end. I have yet to gone through the transmission.
Okay. So what engine's in it?
The 350.
350? Anything done to it? Is stock or?
It's got a mild cam.
Okay.
And stock heads.
Okay. So it's a driver.
Yes.
A driver, just run around and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Did you have to do anything to the rear end? Did you change gears?
We changed the gears to the 373.
373, it's an automatic?
Yes.
Turbo 350, I'm assuming?
350.
Okay. So with a 373 gear, you're probably not doing a lot on the interstate.
No.
But it'll get up and go around the hole.
Correct. We used to go to Kissimmee until we put those gears in. Now it's like.
Go over to Old Town?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good time.
It's a good half a tank of fuel to get.
Oh, no doubt about it. How often do you get it out and enjoy it?
Not enough.
Yeah. I hear that a
still
lot.
work full time.
Yeah.
And not near enough.
Any plans on taking it back down, doing a full restoration on it, or?
You know,
Or
we'd
just
like
gonna
to
enjoy
do
it?
some minor things, but we don't want a trailer queen. We want a driver.
Oh, absolutely. So tell me a little bit about the interior, Fred. I mean, as I kind of walk over here, I mean, is that a vintage air system that's in it?
It is. It's period correct.
And by not the company vintage air, like the really old air conditioning system that's right in the floorboard where the passenger sits.
Wonderful for Wanda.
Does it work?
Yes, it's the R12 still.
Okay, so can you find
Very difficult to find R12.
R12? As I said, what is it now? R34? Is that what?
Yes,
Is that, okay.
34.
All right.
Yep.
Wow. So that is really cool. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those in a Camaro. I've seen them in other cars, like bigger cars, where it like goes up underneath the dash.
Yes.
But I didn't know that they did that in the Camaros. I've never seen that before. That's really cool. And what shifter you got? Is that a quarter stick?
That's a quarter stick. Yes. Wanda doesn't like it.
Quarter sticks are not easy to use. You gotta. They're finicky, and you gotta learn how to use
She
them.
likes the old horseshoe.
Yep, I do too. The old horseshoe shit, which is probably what is that what this had?
It had it stock. Yes.
With a horseshoe shifter. That's really, really cool. I'm blown away by that air conditioning unit. I've never seen one of those. So when you decide, I mean, is there any plans in the near future to? I mean, doing body work and stuff like that is just insane and dabbling in interior stuff, or are you just going to leave it the way it is and just enjoy it and have fun with it?
I actually started the opposite of most people. I started from the suspension up.
That's actually that's a good plan.
Wanda said, nobody sees what you're doing. It's safer.
I feel it. I did the opposite with it with the car that I have. I started from the top and still haven't done underneath. So, and Will with his car, he's done the underneath but hasn't done the top yet. So he's kind of like what you've done.
Way to go, Will. It had the four-wheel brake, drum brake
all
system.
four? Oh,
yeah,
did it?
and Wanda would be like, throw out the anchor, we're coming to a stop. So that's the first thing we did was convert it to front disc.
Front disc.
Assisted front brakes, and whole suspension has been done. Bushings, A-arms, springs, brake lines, fuel lines. We did leaf springs when we had the rear end at that time.
It's a good time to do it, yeah.
Everything underneath, safety-wise, has been done.
See, you're smart. I made it pretty, but I wouldn't let anybody drive it but me. Fred, that was a really good idea. Make it safe, make it ride nice, make it enjoyable. I mean, my steering wheel's off like this, and brakes are questionable at best, and it squeaks and it's got the original bushings and all that stuff. But you know what? Like I talked to in one of our other episodes with my friend Harris, he got his Lincoln done and is enjoying it, driving it. Still has so many things to do to it, but won't stop long enough to fix all the things. And I'm the exact same way. You did it the right way, Fred.
We would
kudos.
Collect parts, and when I had enough for that particular project, then I would tear it down.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Not easy raising 4 children and building a hot rod, but it was fun.
Yes.
And they got involved as well.
That's good. Fred, thank you so much for your hospitality and having us out here and showing your awesome Camaro. And by the way, I happened to glance over at your truck and I see that Stingray Chevrolet license plate frame.
Yes, sir.
You bought it from us?
We have.
Oh, thank you
The
very
fifth
much.
one, actually.
You bought 5 cars from Stingray.
We have.
Thank you very much for your business. We appreciate that. What else have you bought from Stingray besides the truck?
2 Camaros, another Silverado, and this one.
Nice.
And the Trax.
Trax.
She went from Camaro to a Trax.
you know, sometimes, you know, I love the tracks. But
getting older and fatter, and I'm falling and fall out.
tracks is easier to get in and out of. Let's just leave it at that. Fred, thank you so much. Thank you for
Thanks
your
for coming
business,
by.
and thank you also for sharing your Camaro with us.
You're welcome.
All right, we're going to head back to the dealership and talk a little bit more about Fred. What a cool trip back from Lakeland. What a fantastic episode. Fred and his family, nice folks, super cool 67 Chevrolet Camaro. Now, FYI, how we got matched up with Fred to talk to him about his Camaro, his sister-in-law actually called the dealership here at Stingray Chevrolet, just got on our website, got our phone number, and called up and asked to talk to us to see if we would be interested in featuring Fred's Camaro. Well, of course we would. You can do the exact same thing. StingrayChevrolet.com, call us, and if you're within the area, you know, maybe we'll come on out and do an episode on what's behind your garage door. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit us up on the comments below, and make sure you come back every Thursday for another episode of Behind the Garage Door.
Stingray Chevrolet, relax, enjoy the day.